It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the Panthers' superstar running back.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league, had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on first down. A second fake, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. On second down, it's Wheeler.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Up the middle they go. It's Wheeler. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
First and goal from the 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wheeler. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. He'll drop to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they try the right side here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Intercepted by the Panthers.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 3rd down, it's Wheeler.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Miami set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 3. That is caught by Anderson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throw left side complete. That's Owens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And despite the big lead, they really did next to nothing throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage. We'll see how aggressive they want to be going forward. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 62 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wheeler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Now a give right side. It's Wheeler.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wheeler.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
He's got Gore. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That's it. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now. It's Wheeler.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on first down. Wheeler.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Low.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, it's Wheeler. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Wheeler, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. That time a 6-play drive. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hit. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2.